Whether you're Frank in or Frank out, there is no doubt that he needs help during this transfer window. Injuries galore, dropping down the league like a stone, and whether we like it or not, the squad is down to its bare bones. Will Thomas Frank get the help he needs? Will the board back this manager? Or is it just going to be, as usual, another wasted January window? Yes, guys, welcome to Pure Coys TV. On today's show, I am going to be asking the question: is Frank going to get the help he needs? Time is running out to help Frank. Before we get into it, guys, please like the stream, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you know when all of my content is about to drop. So, right now, as I'm doing this video, we have under 72 hours of the window to go until it slams shut until the summer. And all the promises that we were made as fans have, as usual, fallen on deaf ears. No big signings, no areas addressed. And Spurs, as Thomas Frank has said today, are currently weaker than we were on January the 1st. Guys, what do we do? Where do we go? Drop a comment in. Let me know how you are feeling about this window. I am past being angry. I am past being angry. It is what it is. Am I shocked? Absolutely not. This is Tottenham, right? I really did think when Brennan Johnson was sold on the 1st of January that we would be bringing players in, that we would have a plan, that there was a reason we sold Johnson because we were bringing another winger in or another striker. And as yet, we have not addressed any areas in the front line at all. In fact, as we've said, as Thomas Frank has said, we are weaker than we were on January the 1st. And on January the 1st, we were weak. So, as we know, Brennan Johnson has left the club. A week later, Mohamed Kudus gets injured for 3 months. He's probably going to miss the most of rest of the season. Let's be honest. And today, Dane Scarlett has gone out on loan to Hibs. Great move for Dane Scarlett. I hope he absolutely smashes it now. I think Scotland will do him good, just like it has done for Mikey Moore. But where does that leave Tottenham? And where does that leave Thomas Frank? Like I've said, whether you're Frank in or Frank out, he has been shafted by this club. Currently, with 3 days of the window to go, he has been shafted. How can we expect Thomas Frank to do a good job when he had literally nothing to choose from? Nothing to choose from. I think we would all agree. Tao is not the man. Odegaard, though he's promising, shows really good flashes, is not the man to play every single game. Mawani is yet to score a Premier League goal. And Dominic Solanke, just back from injury. Yes, 2 goals in the Champions League, but we are putting a hell of a lot of pressure on a guy that isn't prolific to score the goals to keep Tottenham in the Premier League. Now, let me caveat that by saying I don't think Spurs are going down. I think we will win 3 or 4 more games that keep us up comfortably. We will probably finish around mid-table. But as I've said, with the strike force that we have to choose from now, which is Tell, Odegaard, Solanke, and Mawani, that is it. That is our fit forward line. That is it, guys. Spurs must be about to go into the market, surely. We cannot let Thomas Frank down this much. Now, again, I will say, I wanted Frank out a couple of weeks ago. I'm still of the opinion that I would like a new manager in the summer. I have slightly changed in the fact that I don't see a point in getting rid of him now, simply because what's he got to choose from, right? But I am hopeful that we can get another manager in the summer. Poch would be great. But are the board now going to back this manager for the rest of the season? And they don't have to be Frank signings. We need bodies. And when I say bodies, I don't mean Raheem Sterling and I don't mean Diaby, who was a total flop at Aston Villa. I mean bringing in young, exciting players or experienced, exciting players that could light up the lane. And a Kalushe, a Lookman, those kind of players, a Vlahovic. Yes, please get those players in. They're not a lot of money. If, as Spurs said, we have £150 million to spend, go and spend it. We've just received £42 million, or we will be receiving £42 million for our Champions League run to date. That's how much we've got from qualifying into that in that top eight. £42 million. That buys you an Akalushe. £30 million, €35 million will get you a Lookman. And I'm sure we could get a Vlahovic, even if it was on loan, 20 million. Bring a striker like that in, wealth of experience, international. Guys, drop a comment in. What players would you like Spurs to bring in these last 3 days? We need bodies. We cannot let Frank down. Whether he stays or whether he goes is not important. This isn't necessarily about Thomas Frank long term. But for me, I can't have an opinion on Thomas Frank when he has been shafted so much by this board. He has been let down by this board. Now, if Thomas Frank gets the players in and we're still playing really poor football and it's not exciting, absolutely. But let's back him. Let's give him some players and then see what happens. Guys, I don't know. It's a difficult one. It really is. All I know is with 3 days of the window to go, we are so short in those attacking areas. We desperately need bodies in, but we need good bodies. We don't just want anyone. We don't want a Raheem Sterling. We don't want a Diaby. We want proper players. Players that are going to come in and make this team instantly better. Players that come in, that when the players that come in, that come back that are injured, they have to fight for their place. That's the kind of signings we want. Will we get them? I'm not confident. I've got to be honest. I'm not confident. But with 3 days to go, all I can do is hope. And I guess all you guys can do is hope as well that we bring some good players in that help Thomas Frank out. And again, whatever happens to Frank happens to Frank. All I'm worried about now is what happens to Tottenham, my club, the club that I love. We need help. Guys, drop a comment in. Let me know what you think. I will leave it there. I've had a little rant. I feel a little bit better. Guys, have a great day. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay Pure Coys.